bringing this back to optimization, we've seen this in a couple companies that we've advised that have struggled to get value out of their optimization program. Again, they came to us and their ask was, we have a technical problem with our optimization program. Like, Adobe Target can't do this. Optimizely sucks. It can't do that. And when we got in there, it was very clear that both of those platforms were more than capable of doing everything that the customers wanted to have done. What they had was an incentive problem in which the teams were incented to, again, going back to cadence, run a certain number of tests or run a certain number of tests concurrently. That's what they were being incented on. They had actual bonuses based on that, not what were we learning, what were the outcomes. So was it any surprise that we were failing to get ROI out of our testing platforms because we were incenting our teams just to run tests? So it's like, oh, let's just run a bunch of crappy tests. And so, it sounds like, in addition to not being aligned with business outcomes, a lot of times maybe our incentive programs are misaligned, where we're actually inadvertently creating this behavior that we're trying to solve for. And sadly, as consultants, and I think as a company, it's something that we're working incredibly hard to solve for and elevate the work that we do and the position that we have in the marketplace to be able to have a strong enough voice to say that, is that we need to have the ability to come in and say, I know you're saying this is a technology problem. We're here to tell you it 100% isn't. We need to be trusted on that. And I think right now, there's just a general, unless you're Bain or McKinsey or one of these big management consulting firms, unfortunately, we just don't have the cachet. I don't know if that's the right word, to be able to have an opinion that's not software driven, because in our space, every agency out there almost is a technology solution first approach. So when companies reach out to an agency saying, hey, we have a problem with our optimization program, they've been preconditioned that the agency is going to come in and say, oh, well, it's a technology problem. Let's replace Optimizely with Adobe Target. And so when an agency comes in and says, Optimizely is perfectly fine for what you're trying to do here, you don't have a technology problem, you have a people and process problem, they're like, whoa, no, we're perfect on that front. Don't even try to poke the bear there. But again, if we're unwilling to have those conversations, we're just kind of doing work to do work. We're ripping, replacing solutions. We're hammering on the technology. It doesn't fix the problem. And then we step back and are frustrated and confused on why we solved the problem. So again, I think if nothing else from this conversation, I hope people are walking away with at least a little bit of an itch to say, wait a minute, maybe we need to be a bit more broad in our thinking and not trying to solve every problem with technology, and that we need to be a little bit vulnerable, a little bit open to addressing our people and process to see if there may be some fundamental issues there that are holding us back from running an elite optimization program.